It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Ford Field. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And incomplete to open things up.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, Marino. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran, former #1 pick back in 2009.
A seasoned veteran. We're seeing more chapters being added in Stafford's decorated career. Secured a Super Bowl ring, remains a respected leader, and his stats, they're better than ever. Now we just continue to watch him climb the ranks of the NFL's all-time passing leaders.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 34. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Stafford now to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And his kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Marino sets up. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Marino.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Play fake. Here's Marino. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. Marino on play action. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Oh, what a juke into space! And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 33. Throwing is Stafford. Sanders has it over the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Stafford on 1st down.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Miami set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Marino. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
First down, Marino. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the 43, 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now Marino. He's got a man, complete, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Stafford. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now it's Stafford. Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. So he had the nice run to get him down there. He was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, "Get me out," after the run down to the end zone. He said, "I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in." And he carries it across the goal line.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Marino. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills,
Yep.
and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. And that's complete to Sanders. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Stafford now to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Sanders again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ballgame.
And position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Marino to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Big Ndamukong Suh, one of the league's best for a long time, getting a sack there. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
On 3rd down, Marino. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Marino. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And some room to work. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the counter, here's Williams. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Marino. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Marino. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
They'll try and throw forward Marino. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Marino sets up. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Second down at 7. Now Stafford. And once again, this is Sanders. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Stafford looks to throw again. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down throw. Stafford to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Marino will look to throw on first. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. With the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
Looking to throw. Stafford. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Avoids him at the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Xavier Howard. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
After the interception, here's Marino. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
They'll throw on first down with Marino. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
A dependable running back is a coordinator's best friend. Someone you can trust in those situations to push forward and get the yardage you need however possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Marino. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They go play action now. Marino. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now Marino. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Another run here with Sanders. Gets by him at the 25. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Marino's incompletion on 1st down leads to 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now it's Marino.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
A big play there.
48 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary and you give up a big one.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Now a play fake and it's Stafford.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. fielded at the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 31, Marino. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
A give to Williams, running right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 75 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's got it to about the 40.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Second down and 8. Marino on play action. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here's Marino to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's do our thing. Y'all got time. Let's go. Here we go.
To throw is Marino. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Marino. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On now the Miami field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is indeed good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here into the hands of Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's showtime, baby. Let's go do this thing, baby.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Sanders, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role in that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
What's the deal, y'all? It's one play time, baby. Don't give it up right now. Let's do it.
Now it's Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford, left side here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run at Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Let's go. Playmaker, step up. Like that.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another run with Sanders. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go, man.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Marino here from the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Stafford. Complete, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Sanders. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
83 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
From the 31, Marino. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, Marino. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now Marino to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Marino will throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Marino off of play action. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all the way.
Here we go. It's Marino on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through, all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 4. A minute 38 to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Stafford now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now it's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Stafford. His throw incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow! Wow!
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now it's the Dolphins' turn, trailing by a field goal, 23 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Marino. Connecting with Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. On now the Miami field goal unit. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Lions, now they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. So out now come the Lions. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime, they've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped yet turn it into something big on a later carry. I'd stay with him.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
These runs individually have added up to a lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. First throw in overtime for Stafford. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got a sense to pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Here comes the Lions punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Taken in at the 22. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now what can Marino do here in overtime? And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. No gain on the play, it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run it again with Williams. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Marino. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that is no good. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, what a move. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 195 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Lions are going to win this game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.